Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. From touchdowns on liquid air on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout. Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan
Sorry
talk
about that,
when we
y'all.
dive right in. Sports.
I'll be forgetting to take the loop off. My bad. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Monday to you. And we are almost at cut day. A lot of moving and shaking going around. A lot of surprises today. The biggest, as you see in the big screen on my left, is they traded Kenny Pickett. I thought it was interesting that they traded Kenny Pickett, and I thought the Raiders would be a very good spot for Shador to be, but because I know Tom Brady's down there and he trained with Tom Brady, but not meant to be. But this is the way it should have been in the first place. I don't know what was going to happen if Kenny Pickett would have actually played. He didn't even get a chance to play, so it is what it is. It'll be interesting. There'll be a lot of conversation about that tomorrow, so that'll be fun to listen to. I haven't listened to this much Browns. I didn't listen to this much Browns talk when I lived in Ohio. So this is interesting. This is interesting. But of course everybody's worried about what the Eagles are going to do. Howie is still making moves, and we are getting things done. Everybody saw what happened to Fred. I thought it was good to have him back. He played well while he was here. He got another year under his belt. Got the ultimate prize. Coming back to Stoutland University, and I think that's kind of just a cherry on top to the things that Howie is doing. Now we're gonna get the official list sometime tomorrow morning, I would guess, or maybe they'll take it all the way until I want to say it is 2:00. I think it's 2:00 is the deadline where they got to have a roster set. So, and I'm looking here, Schefter. This was a 1 minute ago. Vikings and Panthers have tried to work out a trade for Adam Thielen from Carolina, who would like to go back to Minnesota, but the two sides continue to struggle to agree on compensation. So they're trying to make a trade there. Adam Thielen's trying to go home. Eagles got Sam Howell. By trading Sam Howell, cornerback Mekhi Beckman, and D tackle Harrison Phillips, the Vikings added. Oh, okay. They're saying what the Vikings did. I got you. Okay. But what's going on, man? A lot of stuff going on. Never a dull moment. NFL season is in. It feel like it's damn near in full swing. We just ain't had a game yet. we just haven't had a game yet, man. The situation with Kenny Pickett, pretty much. Sam Howell came down the line, and everybody was like, "Really?" And then the whole Browns thing hit, and Browns just Shador Sanders is just taking over the league, man. Everywhere you mention him, I got to make some more videos about him because his algorithm is through the roof right now. So, but what's good, y'all? What's piquing your interest today? What's going on, Cody K? You was first out the limo. I appreciate you. Hit that like button as usual. Mortis, we doing all right, man. It's all good. It's all good. So, what's going on, Carlos? My guy, Carlos. What's going on, Tiff? What's all going on, Quentin? Everybody in the house, man. 4 p.m. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you. 4 p.m. is the deadline. 4 p.m. is the deadline. So, did y'all see my video I put out about the difference between being waived and being cut? I think a lot of people get that kind of confused. Cut is like a Kleenex term now. You know, anybody that the team, hangs them out to dry, you got cut. But in this particular situation, it is a clear difference. If you get waived, that means you have less than 4 years playing in the league, less than 4 accredited seasons. So you get to go in that waiver pool, and then the teams get to have the first dibs on you based on what you did. With Zion, first time viewer, man. Everybody show him love. What's going on, Zion? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you joining the squad, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ask your questions. Don't be a stranger. I like to have a conversation, not a monologue. Appreciate you though, for real. Um, let me see. Yeah, Tiff, it's so it basically is like this. So you have to have 4 accredited seasons. And an accredited season means you were on a 53-man roster for at least 6 weeks. When I was a rookie, even though they did not play me, even though they deemed me inactive like every game. We had Herschel Walker, James Joseph, Heath Sherman, Vaughn Hebron, and those were the 4 running backs they kept on the roster. I was on the active roster. They would travel me to every away game. I would go out, get dressed, get warmed up, and every week, coach would tap me on my shoulders like, "Hey, go ahead and get dressed. We're gonna make you inactive." They did that every week. I could never get on special teams or anything like that, and that kind of gets into the stuff I was talking about in previous videos when I talk about the politics and the numbers game and different things that you really have no control over. I could have went down there and ran down and did a punt return or kick return or heck even kickoff coverage, anything. We had defensive starters on special teams because we had a lot of injuries that year. But I couldn't get Kotite to let me get on the field. But that was one of those things where that came down from the owner. We had a notoriously cheap owner because if I play, I had little incentives in my contract. Wasn't a lot, but for undrafted free agent rookie, it was a lot. It was a lot to me, but they wasn't having it. And I'm saying all that to say, getting off point, when you are waived, your name goes into a pool, and all the other teams get access to that pool in order based on who had the best record to who had the worst record. Obviously, the teams with the worst record get to go first, the same way like the draft. And then you got 24 hours in the waiver pool. If you clear waivers, then you are a unrestricted free agent. You can go anywhere. You can name your price. If they claim you off of waivers, that means they have to at least give you the contract that the previous team was paying you. So if I was making $500,000 a year and somebody picked me up off of waivers, they are obligated to pay me $500,000. Now they can get with my agent and we can renegotiate. Stuff like that happens all the time, but waivers is basically for young players and young vets. If you have 4+ years in the league, if you are a veteran and you got 4+ years of active duty in the league, then you don't go on waivers. As soon as a team cuts you, you are a unrestricted free agent. So um, there's a lot of verbiage that goes into it, but there's a method to the madness. Trying to protect players, I believe that was something that happened way back in the day with the NFLPA, trying to protect players and giving them an opportunity to make more money if they were going to get claimed and having another opportunity to play on another team. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Um, yeah, Carlos, I played for Kotite. I played for Kotite. Yes, I did, man. Yes, I did. So Kotite was okay. He was a good dude. He just wasn't the best coach in the world. You know what I mean? So um, it is what it is. There's even coaches like that now. People claim that Sirianni's like that to a degree because Kotite didn't do a lot of. He brought in all of the what was his name? It was Dick Woods and Coach Brakowski. He Kotite had a couple good seasons with the Jets, and that's how he got the job. So, and plus, I think Norman Brayman had ties with the New York Jets. So, but yes, I did play for Kotite. Um, yeah, Kotite and Norman Brayman. That was a match. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Did y'all see my just to tell you one little story here. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I put it in here. When I went to I probably don't even have it in here. When I my rookie year, we never took a picture. And that was Norman Brayman, the owner of the team at the time. We never took a team picture that year. All we did was they took the mug shots from camp and they put them all together on a page, and that was our team picture. So I didn't. So my rookie year, finally fulfilling a childhood dream. I'm playing with Herschel Walker and Seth Joyner and Randall Cunningham and Andre Waters and Eric Allen and Clyde Simmons and Willie T. Who else? William Frizzell, uh, William Refrigerator Perry, Tim Harris, Brian Baldinger, Visik Ahima. I'm trying to think of who else was on there. Rich Miano, Eric McMillan, um, Mark McMillan, Little Mini Mac. What was his name? What was it? We had a guy from he came from Minnesota. He was a defensive edge from Minnesota. What was his name? Um, Keith Millard, Gerald Nichols, Mike Chalinsky. Who else? Clyde Simmons. Oh my God. I'm doing pretty good just naming all them people. And I told you Herschel, Heath, Vaughn Heberin, James Joseph, Mo Williams, Calvin Williams, or Mo Johnson. Mo Johnson was our tight end. Antone Davis was the big draft pick, the big offensive tackle from Tennessee. Um, we had I can't even remember who else we had. I played Mark Bavaro. I played with Mark Bavaro. Um, yeah, we had some good names on that team, man. We had some good names on that team, man. But it was fun, man. Britt Hager. Yep. I remember Britt. Britt was one of the Mike linebackers. He backed up Seth. Um, but yeah, man, when you get caught in a numbers game, like like I said, Herschel, James Joseph, Keith Sherman, Vaughn Heber, and there's no room for that fifth back. So they bring you up there just so you can be a backup as a just in case. Because Heath Sherman was hurt most of the year, and he played backup because Herschel carried most of the load that year. So if something happened, and let's say Heath Sherman trips and falls in warm up, and he can't go, I would be there as a backup to the back. I was basically the third quarterback. So yeah, man, yeah, Carlos Vaughn was my dude, man. Vaughn was my roommate at the time, man. Me and Vaughn kind of bonded, got tight because the Saran Stacy and Tony Brooks were the other running backs, and we took both their spots, and they were not, yeah, they were not nice to us. You know what I'm saying? To a couple of young kids, it's different how it is today, but it was no love lost at that particular time because they used to tell us, you know, try to sabotage, they not sabotage, but when you a rookie in that situation and you don't know what's going on, you always looking for somebody to give you guidance. I don't know the playbook. We didn't know the playbook. So the first thing you do is you ask somebody for help. What do I do on this play? Basically, that's the only question you ask in camp. What am I doing on this play? And plus, I had to report to camp late because I was a day late because I finished my finals at Eastern Kentucky before I flew out. They let me fly out a day late because I had one final to finish so I could graduate on time. So, but it was crazy, man. And I remember me and Vaughn, we was in the room in the dorm room, and we was like, "Yo, man, we gonna have to lean on each other and learn these plays because we can't depend on nobody to try to tell us." Because you got to look at it like this, man. We fighting for the best job in the world. We fighting for the best job in the world, and they don't want to give up that job. That's the cutthroat stuff that people don't see. It still happens, but that's the cutthroat stuff that most people don't see these days. So, William, my number was 46. You can see my jersey in the back, but it's very interesting situation. Let me see if I can show y'all this. If this will pop up. Hold on for a second. What happened was, because I'm an unrestricted free agent, let's keep it a buck. They didn't think I was gonna make the squad. Plus, when camp starts, you got over 100 people on the team. So you got more bodies than jerseys, right? So what happens is a lot of times they double up on the jerseys. So let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Open with. There we go. Yeah. So a lot of times they would double up on the jerseys. So it was me and this guy named Mike Reed. Mike Reed was a cornerback from North Carolina State, and he wore 42. So what happened was it was two guys wearing number 42 on the squad. Uh-oh. It was two guys wearing number 42 on the squad. Me and Mike Reed. With the logic is, and this is why you see it today, if you make the team, you get a new number. You can pick a new number, right? So there was one time I was on kickoff coverage, right? I'm on the kickoff team, and so was Mike. So it was me and Mike standing. I'm on the edge. He's on the inside of me, and the referee was like, he walked over there. And he was like, "Coach, what are you doing to me?" And we didn't realize me and Mike standing right next to each other. We both wearing 42. So all the pictures that you see of me, this is all photography that somebody took in the preseason. And then when the regular season started, they switched me to number 46 because Mike was a draft pick. I think Mike was a third or fourth round draft pick. So he made the squad. So he kept his number. So I went to 46. So I was 46 during the season. But that's why most of the stuff that you see, even the few videos you see me running the ball, I'm wearing number 42. So that's a little fun fact. But yeah, it was Raymond was funny, man. He was that was a trip. That was a trip. I didn't even get a chance to, put my uniform on, go in the stands, and we take a team picture. We ain't even take a team picture, man. Ain't even take the team picture. So I still got my jersey up there. I still got my jersey up there. They gave us um, Jeffrey Lurie the first time we had an alumni day at the new Lincoln Financial. Jeffrey Lurie gave us all new jerseys. He hold on. So check this out. So this is the original. That's why this is still in plastic. So this is the original joint right here. That's the original joint right there. Still got my name on it. 4-6. Uh-oh. There we go. Still got my name on it. And then this is the one that Jeffrey Lurie gave us the first time we had an alumni day. So everybody got their name on it. So I got a home jersey somewhere, but I think I think that got lost in the move somewhere. So yeah, Jeffrey Lurie's a good dude, man. Good dude. Jeffrey Lurie, I never forget. Jeffrey Lurie in '94. I've told this story before. Um, First preseason game. I don't even think I played that much in '94. That's the year that Jeffrey bought the team. But the first time Jeffrey Lurie was in the locker room after a game, he made sure to shake everybody's hand, and he knew everybody's name. Knew everybody's name. Shook my hand. Said, "Great job today, Marcus. Keep it up. Like, call me first name basis." And when you were a young kid, not too new, still new to the league, man. That means everything to you, man. So just the amount of respect that he had, and you knew he was different, man. And just, I wish I could have played for him a little bit longer. It's that simple. But and even the way he treats I got pictures with Jeffrey Lurie, all that type of stuff, man. So Lurie's a good dude, man, for sure. I ain't got nothing but good stuff to say about Jeffrey Lurie, man. And everybody feel the same way. You talk to other alumni, they feel the same exact way. So um if you're talking about like dealing with Norman Brayman, Brayman used to do like like now, right? You go into the Eagles locker room, they got a whole damn another locker room with nothing but shoes and apparel and shirts and tees and all that kind of stuff. So whatever shoe you know, if you want a new pair of Nikes, they got all of that type of stuff. Back in the day, we ain't had that. I had to ask Randall Cunningham if he could order me a pair of Nikes because I didn't have a deal with Nikes, or I just had to go to the store and buy my own because they didn't just. I know some teams did that. We just didn't do it. Norman Brayman did not do that. If we wanted extra socks, we had to pay for them. Dude, if you look in that picture, if you look, hold on for a sec. If you look at that picture, I'm gonna bring that up again. If you look at this picture right here, I want y'all to see something. I want y'all to see something. I want you to look at this picture, right? Look at this. You see them shoes I'm wearing? You see them? Those are ponies. Those aren't Nikes, not Adidas, not Pumas. Those are ponies. Remember them old ugly ass, heavy ass ponies? That's what I was wearing. That's what the team gave me. Ponies. And these were turfs because the vet turf was notorious and it earned every bit of that reputation. But that's how cheap the Eagles were. They didn't even give us shoes, nothing like that. If you wanted an extra pair of socks, you had to pay to get socks. You like all of that type of stuff, man. They were just cheap. It was just a cheap organization until Jeffrey Lurie bought the team. So, yep, yeah, Tiff, I was wearing ponies. I was in the NFL wearing ponies. So yeah, William. He didn't force Reggie to leave, but that's essentially what happened. Reggie did not want to leave Philadelphia, but Norman Brayman would not give him a new contract because he knew that contract was going to cost a lot of money. I came in. This happened in what? When did Reggie leave? In '91. So I'm fresh into um my rookie year was, I guess, not long after they got the new CBA. And then that's when you had Reggie White was the reason we have free agency now. Because before you really didn't do that. Before you really didn't do that. Reggie White, with what happened with, and it was totally on Brayman. It was totally Brayman's fault because we all put together a memorial service down at the Naval Shipyards after Reggie White passed away. And Reggie White's widow said, she was there, and she said verbatim, we did not want to leave Philadelphia, but Bremen never offered a contract. Never. So it's like you got to shit to get off the pot. And that's when Green Bay came calling. And he ended up winning the Super Bowl in Green Bay. I would have loved to have played with Reggie White. But, it is what it is. I was lucky enough to play with two Hall of Famers. I got a chance to play with Eric Allen, I can say was my teammate. Also James Lofton. James Lofton was in Philly for a hot second. For a hot second, he signed with Philly, broke a couple records, receiving records, and then I think he left again. But I remember James Lofton being with the team for a couple minutes. So at least I got I can say I played with two Hall of Famers. So yeah, 93. It was a weird time, man. It was a weird time. I was the first year. I believe I was the first year that women were allowed in the locker room. I remember that. We had conversations about that where they had to try to tell people don't be stupid because a lot of people didn't want to do that. And a lot of guys wanted to do the stupid shit. Come out the shower with no towel, all of that type of stuff. And the one girl, I forget what her name was. She was always, I think her name was Gwen Knapp. Knapp, Gwen Knapp. She was always in there. But it was just a different time. A lot of guys didn't want women in the locker room, period. It was like a sacred space. And then the wall came down about that. And then guys that was how guys would try to do it. And they would do that shit on purpose. And then the NFL had to put the hammer down. So Urban Fryer is a good friend of mine, but I did not play with Urban. I know Urban very well, but I did not play with Urban. Urban was a couple years behind me. So, but yeah, it was the worst turf ever. Oh my God, Carlos, you talking about feet on fire, bro? That is a gross understatement right there, man. That is a gross understatement. JM, I am not Heath Sherman, but I played with Wolfie. Played with him. He was one of my vets. Like I said, it was James Joseph, who was a fullback from Auburn, I believe. James Joseph, Heath Sherman, Herschel Walker. And then Vaughn Hebron ended up being the fourth back, and I was the fifth. They kept 5 backs that year. So, but he was I think he was hurt. He was hurt. So, oh, I know, dude. It's all good. It's all good, JM. It's all good, bro. So, but it was happy times, man. Happy times, but we couldn't. We started out 4-0, and that's when Randall got hurt in New York. When Eric Allen had that famous pick six and gave the ball to Randall coming out of the tunnel in crutches. So, and we had just signed Bubby Brister from Pittsburgh, and Bubby Brister hadn't even been with the team he'd been with the team for like 20 minutes. And when Randall got hurt, he had no clue of the offense. He was literally making shit up, drawing up stuff in the dirt because he hadn't been with the team long enough to know the offense. It was just one of them things where it was Murphy's law. It was Murphy's law for real that year. So we did good to get to 8-8 for reals. Yeah, that was the Jets game. Absolutely. That was the Jets game. I got to go through. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do it. I got to do it. I know I got some of my game tape. I got them on one of them mini DVs. I know I got a tape somewhere when we went down to Dallas and played the Cowboys in Dallas. And I was in the locker room and I had my camera going in the locker room because they was laughing at me. It was like, oh, look at this rookie running around with the camera and all that kind of stuff. Back then, you couldn't do it with a phone. I had the camcorder, the little mini camcorder. I was doing my thing. So, uh, but yeah, lot of memories, a lot of memories. Let me see, Tiff. What are you saying? Yeah, Bubby was all right in Pittsburgh. He just it didn't work out here. Who will you be surprised that will be released that is still on the team as of right now? Um, I don't know. It depends on when they get released. I was trying to find an updated. I'm looking on the Eagles website, but they got the same. They still got Kyle McCord on the roster. So Eagles are definitely not updating their roster. So I was trying to look to see if anybody had an updated roster, but I don't see it. I do not see it. Oh, that's my look at my grand boy. That's my big boy. Let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to look. The only person I don't think I'm trying to get an updated list because I know it's going to probably change before the night's over with. Um, but I'm trying to find like a updated list. I thought. Let me see. You saw Terry McLaurin got his money. That was smart of Washington to do that. And Trey Hendrickson, Cincinnati finally threw him some money. Finally threw him some money. So, but it's a 1 year deal, and next year he's gonna be in the same boat. That's a shame. That's not what he was looking for. He signed a 1 year deal, um, and next year he's gonna be in the same boat. And I'm looking at this thing about Dak Prescott saying Micah Parsons will play Week 1. Um, let me say this: you don't go a whole camp, a whole training camp, and don't play, and think you just gonna show up and just he is not in game shape. He is not in game shape whatsoever. And it would not surprise me in the least if Micah Parsons jumps out there and ends up getting hurt. That's when you pull something, tweak something. Um, you set yourself up for failure. So if he does play Week 1, it'll be interesting to see how well he does. So yeah, I don't. To answer your question, Tiff, I don't know. I don't. There's nobody. Um, I would like. Me and Tone discussed this the other day. A move that I would like to see made. I wish they would officially go ahead and move Keely Ringo to safety, and then bring somebody else in. Get Jacorian Bennett. Uh, Isaiah Rogers is off the table now, so maybe they'll get another cornerback or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out tomorrow together though. So what's up, Lord Vaughn? I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Man, don't nobody read my bio? How come you don't read my bio? It says right in the bio, former Eagles running back. I guess I don't know. I don't know. It's in my intro. I guess nobody ever noticed that you see the picture of me and then you see the picture of me running the ball. That's me running the ball. That is me. That's not a hold on.
Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing.
That was me running the ball. It's um, one of the few things I got a good piece of tape on. I got that from NFL Films, but that's the one thing I'm jealous of this era of NFL athletes and professional athletes in general. Everything they do is in 4K. Everything. My highlights is on VHS and all uh, degraded and pixelated because the resolution was god awful back in the day. And yeah, now you got all of this stuff on 4K, 8K, all that type of stuff, man. We didn't have that luxury, bro. I graduated college before Windows 95 exists. I'm an old head, man. I'm an old head. You say that's AI. That's AI. Shoot, don't make me bring up some EKU highlights, bro. Yeah, William. I would like Isaiah Rogers to come back, but I think that ship has sailed. Um, let me see. Keyboard. Isaiah Rogers. He is in Minnesota. He ain't going nowhere. He is not going anywhere. But that that kind of goes hand in hand with what Howie was doing with losing Slay and losing CJ. I wish CJ could have stayed, but the way things are going now, I wish we could have kept Slay for one more year. Slay, for all of the ups and downs you got with Slay, the one thing I will say about Darius Slay was for Slay to be what 33, 34 years old, Slay could run, man. That's the one thing that impressed me the most. I didn't expect Slay to be able to move the way that he could move. And now it got to the point towards the end, like every game he was hobbling off the field. It was just the wear and tear on them tires was showing. But you can still put Slay on your opponent's best receiver, and Slay was still gonna have a good day. Slay could still cover. He had them long arms. He had good size, and he could run with you, man. I was never more impressed with Slay than when we went down in 23 and scrimmaged. We had a joint practice with Miami, and it was Slay and Tyreek Hill, and Slay was right with him. Their feet ended up getting tangled, and Slay came up hobbled, and he caught a little flack for that. But I was like, based on my perspective of what I just saw, Slay was running with Tyreek Hill. And I was like, I had no idea Slay was that damn fast at 30 something years old. So I kind of wish we would have kept Slay. I think we could have squeezed 1 or 2 more years out of him. But he went, got his money. I ain't mad at him, not even a little bit. So he kind of irked me a couple times where he ain't know his Eagles history, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? He talking about he didn't know who Seth Joyner was and all that kind of stuff. I was like, hold on, dog, hold on. That's when that year they couldn't tackle worth a crap. So um, yeah, when he said, yep. Slay wasn't no joke, man. Slay was no joke. And, you know, he got that ring, been to the Super Bowl twice, got him a chip. Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. I think I miss Slay more than I miss CJ Gardner Johnson, Quentin. I miss Slay more than CJ Gardner Johnson. I'm happy with our safeties. Makuba, Sidney Brown, if they ever move Keely Ringo back there, whatever they're gonna do, I'm good with safety. Reed Blankenship can slide over. We good. Slay, the situation, we got that X factor, that question mark at cornerback too. And I think Jacorian Bennett is that dude. I think Mac McWilliams is that dude, but we got to see it on film. We got to see it on Sunday. So um let me see. Yep, I remember that. Dak tried to go in from the 5 and he got helicopter flipped. I remember that. So yeah, Slay was, I don't want to say underappreciated because I think Philadelphia for the most part loved Slay. And the stuff that his wife was doing, she was very engaging in the fandom, always doing the tailgates and stuff. So Slay got a lot of love from Philadelphia. A lot of love from Philadelphia. AJ Dillon, I think AJ Dillon is gonna be good for us. I think He strikes me as the kind of guy that knows his role. He knows what he's here for. He's the backup to Saquon Barkley. He understands that. So he can come in and be the bowling ball, giving giving Saquon a break. Now the difference is Kenny Gainwell. I was a big fan of Kenny Gainwell. I wish they could have found a way to keep him. They could have kept him if they wanted to. But um, the reason why I like Kenny Gainwell is because every chance they tried to get him off the field, he would do something. He found a way to make them keep him on the field. And Dylan Gabriel, or I'm sorry, Dylan Gabriel. Damn, got Shador on the mind. AJ Dillon, um, he is not an explosive back, but he's got really good speed for somebody his size. He can get skinny and get through the hole. He can put some wood on you. If them small DBs can come up and make a tackle, they're going to think about it. With A.J. Dillon and Saquon Barkley, two running backs that's right around 230 pounds. They linebacker size. So what that does is that makes your cornerbacks come up and make business decisions. Because I guarantee you, one of these cornerbacks going to come up to make a tackle on Saquon and or A.J. Dillon, and it's not going to end well. It's going to be bad for business. So you got some of these small DBs come out. They got to make business decisions. Even the safeties. Safeties are usually the hard-hitting guys. But even if you were safety, the same way they did with Derrick Henry, if you coming up to hit Derrick Henry, you making a business decision. You making a business decision. When Cooper DeJean made that tackle for loss against Derrick Henry, when he caught that screen pass, Cooper DeJean had perfect technique. He hit him in the hip, put his head on one side, drove through it, and the way Derrick Henry had gotten the ball, Coop got his feet in the air, and then Henry couldn't go nowhere. So it looked worse than it was, but that was a form tackle to the nth degree. Cooper just had a perfect technique on that tackle. Perfect technique on that tackle. Now, if he would have tried to hit him high and just try to get a good shot in, Derek probably would have ran him over. And I've seen that happen before. I remember when Marcus Epps came up and put a lick on Christian McCaffrey, but he just came up to put the big hit on him, and Christian McCaffrey just bounced off and went the other 20 yards and scored. So you need somebody that's going to come up and deliver a blow, but also be good at form tackling, technique. That's what you need out there. I don't need a big hit. I need you to get the ball carrier to the ground. That's what I need. And we got that from Coop. Now, conversely, anybody that's coming up to make that tackle against A.J. Dillon and or Saquon Barkley, you got some decisions to make. You better think long and hard about your actions. So, yeah, LeGarrette Blount, Zion, that's a good one. LeGarrette Blount was the same way. Blount was the same way for sure. AJ is a tad bit bigger. Yep, tad bit bigger. So, let me see. All right, I'm still trying to look for a updated depth chart. Let me go here. This was today at. Does it give a timestamp? This was today, but it doesn't give me a time when it was posted. So this is from Jimmy Kempski. And we got rid of Kenyon Green. We knew DTR wasn't going to play. We knew they would get rid of him. Let me see. Kenyon Green, EJ Jenkins, got rid of that other tight end. Keelan Robinson, running back. The other tight end, Nick Muse. Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord had a shot to make the team, but that last preseason game, he just didn't have the juice. So they got rid of Kyle McCord. And I hated to see that because he's a homeboy from South Jersey. So wanted to see that. Montrell Johnson had a good camp. I'm thinking that he's gonna get picked up somewhere. Montrell Jordan had a good camp. He's a good running back. But they already got their faith in Will Shipley. So, but Montrell had a good camp. Eli Ricks. It would not be out of the realm of possibility if Eli Ricks comes back somehow, some way. So I don't want to necessarily project that, but depending on how we do when the season starts, when it comes to injuries. Let me see. Derek Powell, Shun Derek Powell, another running back. Elijah Cooks was interesting. Elijah Cooks played against the Jets, but I thought he had gotten hurt because he was pushing Wilson for his spot. If he hadn't gotten hurt, I think he would have taken Elijah Cooks would have taken Wilson's spot. He looked good early in camp. He was a big body, 6'4", going up, high catching balls, high point balls, and he outplayed Wilson, and he just got hurt. So luck of the draw. They'll get him up there. Don't even worry about that. They'll get him up there. So, you talk about the Madden curse. So, who takes number 23? I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe Ja'Cory Bennett will take it. We'll see. Anything else? Terrace Marshall, he had a good camp. Maybe somebody else got hurt. Maxon Hook, didn't really see much of him. So yeah, some well-known names, but no surprises. No surprises. So, but we'll see. I'm very interested to see how this is going to work out tomorrow. I think Howie's going to make another trade. So, Howie will keep you guessing. All right, I got my link up if anybody want to come on. I always forget that. But if anybody want to come on and talk, you don't have to have your camera. But the mic is open and the invitation is out. So, but also leave it in the chat. What did y'all think about the whole Shador thing with Kenny Pickett getting traded? Zion, I am with you 100%. Perry Nickerson came out of nowhere. He's a 10-year vet? I think he's like 30 years old, but there's something to be said when you got somebody on the field that knows where he's supposed to be and just does the job. And that's what I see Perry Nickerson. I look at Perry Nickerson. Perry Nickerson is Avante Maddox, but better. At this point in his career, Avante Maddox, at one point, Avante Maddox was good, was really good. And then just time caught up with him. And then he became a risk. But he still made enough good plays where it was warranted. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, whether you liked him or not, the play he made in the Super Bowl, I was like, I'm good. You earn your money with that play right there. But Perry Nickerson, to me, he's like Avante Maddox, but just a better version of it. And I wish we could find a way to keep him. I hope they don't cut him. But, you keep one here, you got to move somebody up here. So this is why Howie Roseman and Sirianni and all them, this is why they get paid the big bucks. Joe Douglas, this is why they get paid what they get paid. They got to make these decisions. So, and you know what? Once again, Howie Roseman, his batting average the last 5, 6, 7 seasons, ain't nobody got nothing to say. Nobody got nothing to say. What's up, 3K? With what Howie has been doing the last couple years, and then getting Joe Douglas back in the house, Man, leave him alone. Hands off. Hands off. It's all is like your grandmama cooking in the kitchen. If she asks you for the flour, you bring the flour and you leave. You don't need to know how the biscuits is made. You just know you need to show up and you going have yourself some biscuits and it's gonna be all right. Don't ask no questions. That's how I am with Howie. You go ahead and cook. I know the meal is gonna be good when you're done. That's it. So yeah. I agree, man. Zion. I agree. Mac McWilliams is better than advertised. And I totally forgot he was our draft pick. I thought he was a free agent. I'm like, nah, we drafted him. So once again, how we finding these guys? Keep finding these guys. About the college trying to claim the Sanders brother? I didn't see that. I don't know. When you say trying to claim them, I don't understand what you're saying. Trying to claim the Sanders brother. I don't know. I didn't see that story. Um, you just assuming that Jadon Blue is gonna be good. You can't assume with these rooks, man. You gotta let them play. You gotta let them play. Remember, I keep saying this, and I do this every year. I'm gonna put out my video tomorrow about it being cut day and all of that type of stuff. I'm gonna do the same thing because I always feel some kind of way about cut day because I know what that day means to a lot of people, and I know the feeling a lot of athletes are gonna have, and it ain't gonna be a good one. And to this day, I hate. I was tweeting with Mark McMillan, and I was like, to this day, I hate cut day. I hate it. I hate the feeling it gives me, like the pit of my stomach, because I know some kid out there that's busted his ass to get to his lifelong dream, and he has actually touched it. He touched it, and then they kicked him out. They woke him up. So I know what that means when they pull the carpet from under your feet. So, CFL. I'd be surprised if they go to the CFL. I'd be surprised. Um, but he could. He can go up there and play. Um, but I think Shiloh might get picked up. Uh, would Shiloh have made the team if he hadn't gotten into that little? If he hadn't got ejected? I think the dude kind of baited him. To be honest with you, um, I don't know, but I don't know if he would have made the squad if he hadn't gotten the fight. I don't know that for a fact. So we'll see because who's the backup? Who's the backup? Some people said they thought he would go make the team. I don't know. I didn't watch the Buccaneers, so I don't know. So it's irrelevant now. So we'll see. Yeah, Zion, he was definitely provoked. I saw the play, and there's an unwritten rule when you play sports. They always catch the second guy. They always catch the second guy. They never catch the guy. Now I will say this: the kid that did that, whoever that was that provoked him like that, he will get fined. If he makes a squad, he most likely will get fined. He'll receive something from the league in the mail. That might cost him a grand or two. So, but yeah, I think somebody might. I want to see if Shiloh is going to clear waivers or if somebody will poach him because I think he's a good player. I think Shador is a good player. Um, I just want to see everybody get their shot, man. I just want to see him get their shot. So, um, any more news about the birds? Bird, bird. But bird is the word. I do not see anything. Adam Schefter. What's Anthony talking about? Anthony DeBona. He said he got a live depth chart. Okay. I don't think there's anybody new on this list. Ochan Mathis, never heard of him, so that means he didn't play. AJ Woods, never heard of him, that means he didn't play. We know about Eli Ricks, we know about Maxon Hooks, Andre Sam, Lewis Seen. A lot of people thought Lewis Seen was gonna make it, but nah. So you the second person that said that, man. You just said about LeJounte Webster. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't. Andre Sam. Okay. It's up in the air, man. It's up in the air. And also, you got to remember, these teams are behind the scenes, and they trying to figure out. A lot of times, what it comes down to is you don't want to get a veteran, a 5 or a 6 year veteran, because the truth of the matter is you really need these guys that's going to play special teams. Period. You really need those guys. Go down there and make a tackle on kickoff coverage or kick return. Put them on punt team, whatever the situation is. You're going to always need guys like that. So ain't no sense in keep speculating. We're going to find out tomorrow. You're going to learn today. Yeah, some of them will. Some of them will be in the practice squad. That's guaranteed. But even the practice squad, you only get what, 7 players? I think it used to be 5 when I played. So they got a pretty good practice squad, and somebody got to run them card plays. Somebody got to do it. So I like this depth chart though. Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, Sam Howell, Saquon, Will Shipley, AJ Dillon, Ben Van Sumeren. So Ben Van Sumeren gonna stick around. He can still be a backup linebacker and still play fullback because they're not gonna use him a lot at fullback. So practice squad of 16 players now? I didn't even know that. Damn, 16 players, man. When I played, it was only like 6. Damn. And just the money you make as a rookie is just, it's so disrespectful. I'm so jealous. But it is what it is, smaller times. Yeah, Cody K, I like Smile London too. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any. Excuse me. This is an updated Grant Calcaterra, Kylan Granson, Cameron Latu. Are they gonna keep 4 tight ends? Huh. We'll see. Still got some time. APR looks like he may have made the squad. Huh. We'll find out. They'll release that roster tomorrow, and everybody's gonna be jumping on live. So, yeah, I totally forgot about Latu, but you're right. He's a good special teams guy. Listen, you can make a nice career on special teams. Don't get it twisted. So, yeah, good shit, Anthony. I don't know. I think I think the surprises are done. Oh, there you go, Mortis. I think the surprises are done, and I'm just gonna wait for Howie to do his thing. What's going on, Mortis? You in? Uh-oh. I don't hear nothing. Mic working?
What up, Coach? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think you still playing in the background on my YouTube.
Got
All
you,
right, we
got you.
good now?
Yeah, we good.
All right.
Uh-oh. Then I just lost him. It was good until it wasn't. I don't know what happened. Try to reconnect, man. I lost you. Totally lost you. I don't know what happened. It was good until it wasn't. So Matthew Slater from the Pats. Okay. I want to see what I'm very interested to see what Dallas is going to do. Washington has solved their problems. The Giants think they got a quarterback in Jackson Dart. His metal will be tested. So, um, I mean, Delco, he could. He could. Let me see. He is, I mean, he's a big boy, man. 27 years old, 6'3". Possibly. Possibly. If he can go up, catch the ball at his highest point. When you get them big bodies, man, throw the ball up in the air and let him dunk on somebody. That's what I say. You back. I think I
Whoa,
got you this
hey,
time.
we
There we
good
go.
this time? Why
Yeah,
I
I
leave
got
off last time?
your audio went out. You must have been in a bad area. It looked like you
Um,
outside, so
I am. My bad, guys. My bad. So did y'all hear anything about me talking about Jakeem, Xander, and John McMullen?
did not.
Okay. So earlier this morning, I was listening to Xander and John McMullen on the Jakeem Sports podcast.
On Jacob Sports, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And John McMullen brought up the possibility that we trade for Trayvon Walker from the Jaguars. And nobody was ever really talking about this ever since like last year, of course. Nobody was ever really talking about this until I heard John McMullen bring it up. But I feel like ever since he said it, I've heard quite a few Eagles YouTubers and some social media posts bringing up the possibility of this Trayvon Walker trade, along with a dude named Phillips from Miami Dolphins. You familiar with him?
I'm not.
No.
No.
Uh, he's also an edge rusher. How would you feel about that, Coach? Now I'm taking it with the smallest grain of salt, but yeah, how you feel about a Trayvon Walker trade?
It depends on what you're trading for.
That's fair. I feel like it would at least be a first round pick.
Mm.
Um, I think they took his fifth year option, so we would have him, I believe, until the end of next year. Uh, I'm not sure on the rush of extending him after that.
Um, I don't. It depends on what you got to give up for him. So, and here's the thing that's in the background of all of this, any trade, any of this, you got to remember that most likely Jalen Carter contract is going to get done this year.
That's fair. We got a lot of people coming up too, like Jalen Carter. We got to get ready for this Nolan Smith if we plan on extending him. Who else we got on the books, Coach? Is it
On the
just
books,
Carter
but
and Smith?
you talking about Jalen Carter, you talking about Nolan Smith, you talking about Quinion. So for the next really 3 seasons,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to redo contracts before they get into the last year of their contract. So Howie Roseman might be setting the market for a couple of positions.
Yeah, we still got how much cap we got currently? We got like 30, right? 30 mil.
We might have more than that. Hold on one
You
second.
think that's all just getting backed up for Carter and Smith and them?
Let me see. Right now, looks like we are, yep, almost 30 million, 29.6.
Oh man, we got so much cap right now. We could make a move, but yeah, we probably saving up for them.
Yeah, I think they're saving up, not saving up, but I think Howie Roseman is just being smart because at the very least, Jalen Carter's going to get Milt Williams money.
Yeah,
Milt Williams, Max Crosby. Right
and
now,
more,
Milt Williams has
right?
pretty much set the market. So
Because Milton got what, like 20 mil
Milt Williams had like $113 million contract.
a year. What's his yearly?
Um, really, the yearly is irrelevant, man.
That's fair.
Really it's the signing bonus.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Well,
they putting everything in the bank because they know they're going to do that. Milt Williams signed a 4-year, $104 million contract. That's a whole lot of hamburgers right there, man.
hey, he gonna eat them up too.
His annual salary is 26 mil. So he signed a $24 million signing bonus. So his base salary this year is going to be $6 million, but it's guaranteed. So he done already been paid $31 million for 2025. So that leaves what 69 million left over the next 3 years.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
that I was just gonna say that's the market for Jalen Carter. If he stays healthy, that's the market. Because I don't see him stinking up the joint.
Man, I hope we get Carter for Milton Williams money. I was always worried that it'd be a lot more than that.
I mean, it still could be because I always think that he's gonna be anywhere between 10 to 15 million above that. So at the very least, you're looking at 120, 125 million.
Well,
So
as much as I would,
140 million.
as much as I would love to see one more big trade, and that's just me being greedy for real. Looking at this roster, I think I'm pretty comfortable, man. I think I've settled in. I've started to trust at the corners. Safeties, I just hope Makuba stays healthy. You know how Sidney Brown like to hit people. I hope he can stay healthy too.
Yeah, he's a wild card. He's
Man.
a very physical player, but he does get out of control. He's just another version of Marcus Epps.
Yeah, he gotta learn how to wrap up. Well, hopefully Vic Fangio can teach him how to wrap up.
Right.
Get some sure tackles. But yeah, man. That's all I wanted to bring up. I wanted to see your thoughts on a possible Trayvon Walker trade. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it a lot.
I wouldn't mind that either,
be.
but it's remember, if it's somebody getting traded, both sides got to be willing.
That's fair. I've been hearing a lot of talks about it just potentially being a 1, and then us having time with the 5th-year option to maybe extend them or just put them on the trade market after this year.
But remember, we in Philly. Every time somebody comes on the market, everybody want Howie Roseman to just go after everybody. So they said the same thing with Trey Hendrickson. Had it started having this trouble. They was like, Howie, get on the phone, and it's like, do we really need Trey Hendrickson at 30 years old?
Dude, that I never really wanted Trey Hendrickson. He just doesn't really fit the Vic Fangio outside linebacker. Can he drop into coverage?
No. He's a straight edge. Put your hand in the dirt.
Straight edge. Absolutely.
Let him beat the tackle. But guess what? You can't ignore the fact that he led the league in sacks in Cincinnati.
That's true. But with his paycheck, right? If we traded for him, we'd have to give him what 30 to 35.
Yeah, Cincinnati paid him. Cincinnati is weird because he didn't lose. He didn't win this battle of holding.
Nah, he didn't.
So he's gonna get his 30 million this year. But when you're doing that, you fighting for a longer contract. You fighting for your future. Because at 30 years old, you only got one big contract left. And the closer
Yeah.
you can get that to age 30 or below, that's how you want to do it. That's why all of these games, that's why Micah is playing his games right now. It's like you
Yeah.
get one opportunity or one last opportunity when you turn 30 to get a big contract. But when you playing like he's playing, it's worth it. I
It
think
is,
it is at
man.
least.
I think the Cowboys are gonna sign Micah. I think you know how Jerry is. He like to play the social media game. He like to be relevant and getting all that clout on
Let him keep playing that game, man. As far as I'm concerned.
yeah. He's going to pay Micah the big bucks. He's going to I don't want to say overpay him because he's worth whatever he gets, but
Yeah, but he's stupid because he could have
he could have locked him up a long time ago
a
and
long time ago for a lot less money,
absolutely,
and
man.
everybody would have been happy. But Jerry Jones get his own way. Jerry Jones looks senile at this point.
For real,
So,
man. Boy, am I happy to be an Eagles fan. Thank goodness for Jeffrey Lurie
ain't
and
nothing
Howie
for it.
Roseman, man. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here. Go Birds.
All right, bro. Go Birds. Yeah, we it's too many things that happen where I'm glad we are with the Eagles. We are the destination organization. All of that type of stuff. We're gonna be hanging up our banners on Thursday night football against Dallas. Every team wants to do that stuff, but we doing it. Every other team wants to do that, but it's us. So no one likes us. We don't care. We from Philly. We from fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. So it is what it is. So yeah, Jerry could have paid Mike a long time ago, bro. I don't know what, and that's why I say I think Jerry's senile now. Because he doing stuff that makes no sense. It don't even make business sense. And I know Jerry Jones is a good businessman, but he ain't making good decisions. He ain't making smart decisions. So Stephen Jones, you might have to you might have to do the hostile takeover or something. I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm just glad that our squad is got it together. I don't give a damn about everybody else. Only other team I worry about like that is my Bengals, man. Because I'm from Cincinnati, born and raised. I bleed green, but I was born in the jungle, man. So it is what it is. So I want to see Cincinnati and Joe Cool. Joey Burrow is a hometown kid. He's from the Cincinnati area. So I definitely want to see him do well. But Cincinnati is notoriously cheap. Just bad vibes around there, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, but we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. So, Jerry is doing an outstanding job. You okay? Standing in that center ring, the Lions and the Tigers. But in any case, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I got work in the morning. I know you guys do too. But we are going to see what we are going to see. And just a programming note, um, it is my goal this month because I want to see how the I want to see how the analytics on YouTube play this out. So what I'm doing is every day, unless it's a game day or something like that. But every day, I'm gonna be streaming at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So this is gonna be a regular thing. If there's a game or something going on, then that's different. Because I probably won't be doing it. I'll probably be online, but I won't be going like a live stream for this. But the goal is to go live every day this month. So it's going to be a lot of content coming. It's going to be 90, I want to say 90%. I want to say 85% NFL. It'll be another 15% WNBA. Um, and that's pretty much it. You're going to have a little bit of golf sprinkled in there because y'all know I'm doing the thing where I'm videotaping my golf swings and stuff like that. But I'll just go live, um, do like I did last time. So that's always going to be there. Had a good turnout when I did that too. Had like 1,000 people on the stream. So I'm going to keep doing that, and hopefully something will come with that. But for the most part, and as of right now, I'm about to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody joining me as usual. The chat was live. Chris 3K, I appreciate you coming on. Or not 3K, my bad. That was the other day. Mortis, appreciate you coming on, Mortis. And everybody else, get you some courage and come on the mic. I want to hear your voice. But I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody. I can't wait till tomorrow to see what our official 53-man roster is. And let's get this party started and get ready to run it back. All right? Go Birds.